Biden is not my, the thing. Somebody got really pissed off at me about that shirt. But I love it, ladies and gentlemen. I love it. What's up, guys? It is Thursday. Feels like a Friday today. Maybe I want it to be a Friday. It's Thursday, December 19th, 2024. We're at the Bitcoin block height of 875,509. Tick-tock, next block. I'm out here in front of the tire shop. I'm getting my tires fixed, replaced. And it's not going to be cheap, okay? So one thing about being a driver, you got to keep your car maintained. And you got to put a little bit of Fiat away for that. And let's just say I haven't been doing the best at that because you guys obviously know why DoorDash and where my DoorDash money goes. But anyway, speaking of that, Bitcoin's price has crashed today. Went down, I think low is like 96,000, something like that. Crazy. All because of one guy with a suit on is going to tell us, or telling everybody, the price of money or borrowing money. This system is absolutely a joke, guys. It's a joke. And when you understand it better than the others, and you understand hard money, and when you know what's coming, it's just, it's laughable, man. It really is. And unfortunately, or fortunately, I kind of took advantage of that dip, maybe a little too much. And again, a dip is obviously relative, because at 96,000, I didn't catch it at 96. I spent a few bucks at 97. $97,000 in comparison to 58,000. Remember 58K gang? That's a lot. You know what I mean? But again, 97,000 compared to 108 is a dip. So right now it is a dip. And soon we'll be saying we caught the dip at 850,000 when it was up to 1.2 million. It's going to be like that, guys. I'm telling you. If you know, you know. But anyways, Bitcoin is doing what it does. And again, it's only about the fiat currency price, which nobody really cares about. And if you want to lower the price of the real money in terms of fake money, hey, I'll take it all day and every day and twice on Sundays. But I want to talk about Trump and Elon for a minute. Trump obviously is the president-elect, and he is public enemy number 1A, and Elon Musk is public enemy 1B. What do I mean by that? Well, Trump is only going to have one 4-year cycle, and he's basically going to be the king for the next 4 years. And I don't mean king like a monarchy, like he's going to, everything he says is going to go as far as Congress and everything else. But as far as the people in his circle, you have to do what he says, basically, because it's all about him being the leader of the America First movement. And I'm not saying if you go against him or argue with him, you're out. I'm not saying that, or off the team. I'm not saying that. But no one can outshine Donald Trump, right? He has to be the man, and they have to, disagree and talk about things. But he's going to have to get the credit. And again, because he was mandated by the American people as a 78-year-old man, and as the most powerful man in the country and in the world, probably, to get that stuff done as the leader. He's just that right now on this timeline between 2021 and 2028, or 2029 when he gets out. The election will be 2028. But until then, they have to do whatever they can to I'm talking about the propagandists, because I always talk about the 4 parties and all that, but what it really comes down to what it really is, it's really 2 parties, guys. Either you're pro-American or you're anti-American. It's as simple as that. I don't care. I don't give a shit about the R next to your name, a D next to your name. I don't care. Adam Kinzinger, who's on CNN, who's a quote-unquote Republican, he's anti-American, right? Liz Cheney, anti-American. Nikki Haley, anti-American. Mitch the Grinch McConnell, anti-American. And I can name a bunch of these people, a bunch of these swamp creatures, right? They're anti-American. They are. Because if you don't put America first, you are anti-American, period. If you get elected into office and you are elected by your constituents, but then you turn around and don't care what they say, and you only go with what the swamp says, or the pharmaceutical companies, the military industrial complex, and all this other stuff, and sending money overseas for war and this, that, and the third, and I was going to say something else. Money, whatting over to another country and all that. That's not America first. And you try to pretend like you want to close the border and stuff like that. You really don't. Again, and you're money printing and stealing people's lives, energy, because that's what you do when you print money, because they both do it. It doesn't matter. You're anti-American, period. But you're pro-American if you want the border closed, if you want to pay off the debt, if you want to put American citizens first, and a bunch of other things. Again, you're pro-American, and that's what Trump stands for. But the problem is the people that are in charge of the apparatus, which the mainstream liberal media falls under, and they work for, and they unfortunately propagandize things for. These people don't like being pro-American. They're anti-American. I seen Tom Homan today, real quick, before I get back to Elon and Trump. Tom Homan, it was either yesterday or today, he was on that lady, Caitlin, whatever name that lady is. Caitlin, the CNN lady who never smiles, looks like a B-I-T-C-H, a resting B-I-T-C-H face. She looks like Dylan Mulvaney, the female version of Dylan Mulvaney, because Dylan Mulvaney is a man, okay? He was on there, and all she kept doing was questioning him. How are you going to do this? How many illegals you want out? How much is it going to cost? What's the plan? Why does she never ask the plan of any Democrats, basically mostly Democrats, of how they're going to send all this money overseas? Why is the border open, and what's the cost of people coming in this country? This man, Tom Homan, not only is trying to protect our citizens from very very bad criminals and gangs, but he's also trying to stop the drugs from coming in, the fentanyl. More than over 100,000 people get killed every year by that. That's my number one priority, honestly, for me, is our borders. Because if you don't have a border, you don't have a country, right? She's just questioning him like he's the bad guy. Again, it's all about your perspective. So if you want your citizens to die, and you want money printing, and you want our money sent overseas and stuff like that, you're going to question the intent of the people that are pro-American, Tom Homan and the like, of why they're doing it and how they're going to do it. Again, they never ask Democrats what's the plan on sending money overseas, and why is the border open and stuff like that, because they have to propagandize the information, and the idiots that fall for it. Again, it's not about Democrat and Republican. You are either pro-American or American, and if you fall for it, you're an idiot. It's just as simple as that, right? And Tom Homan was just getting questioned like he was doing something wrong. They try to spin it and frame it as, well, what do you mean you're going to take the kids away from their family? Tom Homan said, no, I'm not going to take the kids. They can go too. I love that answer. Tom Homan ain't playing, man. In the first place, he's going to Chicago, and good, by the way. I love to see black people waking up to this nonsense. Stupid ass Stephen A. Smith. Stephen A. Smith is an idiot. He's such a fence rider, man. Don't ever be a fence rider, okay? It's okay to have an open mind and to change your mind about stuff. There's nothing wrong with that, because I have an open mind. But I don't fence ride, man, period. God, family, country, Bitcoin, right? Those are all the truth to me. God is the truth. My family is the truth. I love my country and the Constitution, the Declaration of Independence before that, how this country is built, what the foundation and the framers built of this foundation is true to me. And I believe Bitcoin is the truth. It's freedom money. I'll never deviate from that. Now, I may listen to others about certain things about it and go, okay, well, maybe we can do it better this way, right? But don't be a fucking fence rider like Stephen A. Stephen A. Smith, and again, I'll get back to Trump and Elon in a second. Stephen A. Smith is such a weak son of a bitch. He's such an NPC, man, non-playable character. It doesn't even make any sense. And I know on this channel nobody cares about him, but I'm saying this because I don't want you or anybody in your circle to be like this. Here's what I mean. He came out, again, because he's a Democrat, trying to pretend he's a independent, which he's not. He voted for Kamala Harris. On the left, they run the Democrats run, especially the black bourgeoisie, but the Democratic Party, period. But I'm going to talk about the black portion of the party. They run it like a mob, right? You can't say anything wrong about Kamala Harris. Nothing's wrong with Kamala. And by the way, Kamala Harris, they took a poll and said that she's leading like 48%. And I think Gavin Newsom is second of who would have the best chance to win in the election in 2028 for the Democrats, or who they want to win. I hope it is her, man. Please pick her. Don't pick Gavin, the American Psycho Newsom. He scares me. But anyways, so they run it like a mob, right? You can't question anybody. Kamala Harris is great. Nothing she does is wrong. The reason she won is because people are racist and misogynist. Nothing's wrong with the Democrat Party. All those FBI agents, those 26 that they found on January, you know what? The day I call Groundhog Day, they keep doing over and over and over again. You know, because that's what they do. They just wake up, Democrats. They just wake up because they don't have anything else. It's all January 6th. You know all the political rioting and stuff the left does, but they have to have something big and make it bigger than what it is. Because January 6th was not a bad day. I was gonna say something else, but I don't want to get I don't want to get in trouble. Let's just say I don't believe, in my personal opinion, it was bad as they say it was. Right? So the left is whipping. The plantation is whipping and giving Stephen A. Smith his lashes because he questioned stuff, again, about the 26 alleged FBI agents that were in the crowd and all the other lies that the Democrats told. Because, again, Stephen A. Smith can't come out here and say, I'm a Republican or I like Trump or anything outside of the farthest he can go is say, I'm an independent. That's what he says. He's not an independent. He's a Democrat. He's fake as hell. And he's a fence rider. Because he knows what the truth is. I'm not saying the truth is all on the right side. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is the anti-Americans lie, again, including Republicans. And for me, for the most part now, it's not 100% because everybody lies. But if you had to look at the ratios, I'd say 90+% of what the anti-Americans say are lies. In the opposite direction, 90+% or 90% about of what the pro-Americans say are truth. That's how I see it, okay? That's just the way I see it. Now, again, I'm biased and stuff like that. But Stephen A., once he starts realizing what the truth is, or what the difference of opinion from the left is, a.k.a. the truth, and he starts coming out and saying on the show, oh, they come out and kill him. Roland Martin and the other black bourgeoisie and the other black race hustlers go after Stephen A. Smith. And then what does he do? He comes out and says, oh, well, basically apologizing for what he said instead of standing on business and get off the effing fence. Don't be a fence rider. I wear these shirts all the time. Somebody walks up to me, I don't give a shit how mad they are. They can get mad all they want. You're not going to change my fucking mind. Excuse my language. You're not, right? Nobody's going to change my mind when I know it's true. Again, I do have an open mind. I'm not saying I'm a closed-minded, I know everything and I'm arrogant and stuff like that. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about these far leftists or these anti-American people that are telling me stuff that I know that's not true, and you sound like a freaking MSDNC commercial or PBS or CBS program. You're not going to change my mind. But anyways, let me get back to Trump, right? So Trump and Elon are going to be pitted against each other. Again, Trump is public enemy number one. He always has been, but now he's been demoted to 1A, and Elon Musk is 1B. Why do I say 1A, 1B? Because Trump, again, is going to be the president for 4 years. Elon Musk is going to be around a lot longer than Trump. Because once Trump is gone out of office, I think he's going to live a long time. I think Trump's going to live a long time if somebody doesn't do something else to him. But he's like a cyborg, man. He really is. So I think he's going to have some influence, but he's not going to be the president after January 2029. And Elon Musk, because of all the things he does, obviously he's the richest man in the world and the influence he has, also being the CEO of Twitter and all the incredible things that he does. My God, man, he's like an alien, literally like an alien. He is going to be number one. Who's the third public enemy? Number two behind 1A and 1B? It's going to be J.D. Vance. J.D. Vance and Vivek Ramaswamy is going to be up there too. But what they're going to do, and they're already doing it, they're trying to say that anything that Elon Musk says, this is when the machine goes at you, the apparatus goes at you, because they all say the same thing at once. Now they're trying to say that Elon Musk is really the president and Trump is the vice president. And the reason why I said earlier in the beginning of the video that you have to give you got to go with Trump and everything else, because Trump is a little, you know, he's a little arrogant, and he's got a little nepotism to him and stuff like that. And he is the man, you know what I mean? And he doesn't want to be coming in here and people getting credit for something that he should have got. I think he should get all the credit, but he'll also get the credit if they do something and people underneath them, he'll get the credit for hiring them, right? I think you have to do that because, again, he was mandated by the American people. Now, some of you guys are going to disagree with that, but that's okay, no problem. It's free speech here, right? And so Elon Musk, because of his power and his influence, anything he says, the apparatus or the propagandists are going to go, okay, how can we defeat them? And they get in a room and talk about this. We got to pit Elon and Trump against each other because, again, Trump does have an ego. And if we just keep talking about Musk is really doing this and really doing that, and he's really in charge and he's the president, maybe it'll make Trump mad enough to say, well, we got to leave Elon alone because they got to break them up. But Trump and Elon are too smart for that. It's not going to work. And I know for a fact it ain't going to work on you. So this is going to get crazy, guys. It's going to get crazy. And again, January 20th cannot come quick enough. But until then, we still got to keep our head on a swivel and make sure that you stay informed. Tell your family what's going on. And don't ever, ever, ever let anybody lie to you or change your mind when you basically know everything they're saying is nothing but crap. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. And again, guys, listen. Our favorite money, quote unquote, is down in fiat currency prices. It doesn't matter. Get to your million Satoshis. If you have already, then try to 10x it and get to 10 million. If you've done that already, 10x it again. 1 million Satoshis is 1% of the hardest, most scarce asset in the world. Because everybody hasn't caught up to this money yet, but you do. All the fiat currency and the energy is going to go to this in the future. They just haven't figured it out yet, but you have. And if you haven't figured it out, do me a favor, go watch my videos. And oh, by the way, Bitcoin Amigos, I meant to say this in the beginning of the video. Bitcoin Amigos, we have a live stream tomorrow at 4 o'clock Eastern, 1 o'clock Pacific. That's going to be live. So that's why I didn't really talk a lot about this favorite money, because we'll be talking about that for at least an hour to 2 hours. Make sure you go over there and subscribe. Type in Bitcoin Amigos or go down to the link. And yeah, and people haven't figured out this money, but you have. And also go to my channel, watch all my Satoshi Saturdays and all my other videos on the hardest, best money in the world. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, here's a hint. It's the best way to save. If for me, the only way to save. And that's Bitcoin. I love each and every one of you, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace and love, guys.